Okay, I know what you're thinking. Chili just posted a Cleveland video like 18 hours ago, and I know, however, comma, this was an incredibly stupid game, and there's a lot of flaws that go into this map that will cater towards this ship right here and this position that I take, and I'll get into that. But hello, guys, obviously, welcome back. And if you're new, if you are debating subscribing to the channel, if you would click that subscribe button for me, we are a couple away from 900, and we are on the way, smooth sailing, full speed towards 1,000. And I can't thank you enough. Anyway, so Cleveland, Sleeping Giant. So this map, like a lot of them, suffers from the 6-3 spawn. And what I mean by that is you see how over to the right there is a spawn of 3, and over here next to me there's a spawn of 6. So naturally, what does that mean? The team of 6 is going to all sloth to one side, and usually the other team of 3 is going to get less confident and come over as well. So, and that's why we see these big jumbles of ships. So I figured out with this ship and this little spot, this is a ridiculous spot. I mean, this is stupid how strong this little island is, because it's long enough to where it would take forever for someone to flank you, and I'll mention that again. And it's just high enough to where my ship won't be spotted unless there was a plane. But I mean, this island is perfect for any kind of, HE spam. You can't be spotted. And another thing for this video is this was recorded, well, I played this later at night, and for some reason my Wi-Fi tends to act a little bit iffy. I'm not sure why. When it goes out, it tends to go out later rather than earlier in the day. So I was having some little issues, and it felt like, I mean, you see where those shells landed. I aimed those at the Nagato, and they landed like where that Jean Bart were. So it was just kind of like, I felt like things were off, and things felt a little wonky. And the auto aim was being frustrating as well. So Akatsuki spotted. I'm waiting to pop my radar, because if he's spotted, there's no point in wasting those precious seconds. Take a shot at the Jean Bart, and this is going to be where we probably make a drastic error. I missed a salvo on the Akatsuki, and you are going to see here we cannot clear the island with all of our shots, so we're not getting the most damage. I figured since we had like 4 different ships here that we could be able to get more shots on him, and there's also a cruiser in the middle of B that I figured would be able to take shots at this guy. And unfortunately, this guy is going to be able to sit here, and there's nothing I can do about it. So huge error on my part. Yes, I got some damage on him, but he's not dead. If a destroyer's not dead, he's just as dangerous as if he had full health, in my opinion, if that guy is smart. And so, pointing out where we made mistakes and going back and being able to admit those things, I think, is always good for your growth as a player. And I will never claim that I am perfect in any sort of way. But, so, not much we can do here. I have to be patient. As you saw at the beginning of the game, I came here and sat. Well, the reason why is because if I'm going to get anything out of this spot here, or this ship, I have to let my team do the spotting. If I go out left here, like this big, like that Benson did there, I'm risking myself, so you have to play patient, and literally you will see everything kind of falls into our lap. Another really annoying thing is this entire match, everyone kept disappearing. You see that? Like, these islands are so chaotic, and like all of our ships must have been placed like perfectly. Like, I swear every 3 shots a target was going undetected. I was losing the auto lock. Oh, it was so frustrating. Combining that with it felt like I had some connection issues or something. You'll see right here with the auto aim. I think it's right here. Yeah, see, what is that? It's just super annoying. I was getting I was getting frustrated. Belfast a little bit, bronze. See, again, I was pissed. I was like, it was late. I had just played some AI missions to get the premium missions done or whatever, and I was like, I'll play Cleveland one more time because I didn't really like this ship at first. I thought it was pretty good, but man, the past couple weeks or the past couple days, this thing has just been clicking, and it has been domination after domination after domination. I mean, this ship is the epitome of consistency with how well the guns perform, with the radar. It is just such a solid ship. Aiming at the Sean Horse, haven't been able to land a hit on him all game. He's a pretty squeaky fellow back there. And that, again, is why I do not use the Beyond Range. If I'm struggling to hit battleships, stationary fortresses at this range with these shells. And that's because the shell flight time is so long. So I highly suggest do not go for Beyond Range. You do not need 16, 17 plus range in this thing. What you want to do is you want to have the most obliterating firepower ever in your short little range, because at this range, in between 15 kilometers is where your ship excels the most. So you want to make everything inside of that the most hell you can. So by doing that, you take off Beyond Range, you get the extra fire chance, you get 18% chance of fire. Belfast gets slapped with 2 fires there. I probably could have shot AP there, but HE will penetrate his hull pretty well, and 2 fires he gets stuck with. Belfast can't heal, so any damage that sticks is going to stick, and it's going to hurt Belfast a lot. Chapayev is rushing, and a quick little thing about Chapayev is he does not have the 30mm bow. So if this was the old Chapayev, this could have been a completely different engagement. He would have tanked that entire first shell there, and he would have had over 3/4 of his health left. However, our HE is doing pretty well against him. I thought he was going to beach, so I shoot a little bit behind him there. Again, the Scharnhorst disappears. It was a very frustrating game. And I'm staying put. If I start kiting out now, I get spotted. And I feel like I lose this because any ship in the game, unless it's some sort of turrets that's angled or has some sort of torpedoes, this ship can brawl. It is not the ideal situation, but with these guns and this AP DPM on a broadside target, you do not want to be showing broadside, point blank range to, for any ship. I mean, this ship is just ridiculous. If you're in a battleship and you do not kill this thing, and it gets a chance to go, toe-to-toe broadsides with you, you are going to eat so much damage that you could probably die and lose the fight. I mean, I've brawled battleships, especially late game, when there's nothing left to do. It's just like a 7v1 and you just want to kill somebody. You dodge 1 or 2 salvos and that's all it takes. The guy's dead. It is such a fun ship to just obliterate things with. Chapayev is going to rush down our friendly Leon here. This is another mistake on my part. I should have been firing armor piercing. However, I figured that he would angle towards the Leon, and I decided to switch to high explosive because my AP would not have pinned if he was angled. So I go for the safe choice. I pick high explosive, and that was a big mistake there. I doubt we could have saved him from the torps, but he would be dead, and I could have focused other things sooner. However, he gives us a second go around, and this time I switched for the AP. And this is why this ship is so strong again, because you don't have to worry about switching the shell type. You shoot once and then you're reloaded in 5 seconds. It is that quick. It is the salvos are that devastating, and with that kind of switch time, you're almost never going to miss an opportunity to punish any sort of wrong play. If they turn broadside, you switch, you can kill the broadside. If they turn in, you immediately switch to high explosive and you're doing damage from that. So it is again, the Scharnhorst is, being a Scharnhorst. But this ship is just good on so many different levels. And once you can kind of figure out how to, I guess, use these little strengths to your advantage, it can be a pain in the absolute aft to kill. Here is where we are finally going to be getting our overstay our welcome here. I got 2 fires on his midship, then I aim for the front of his ship, get that 3rd fire, and that's what I'm saying. When you're inside of this thing's range, you want it to be the most overpowering offensive power that you can, because if they do get close enough to kill you, or like this Jean Bart is doing, he is going to, be able to wreck me. So that is why I go for full offensive builds. If I get a chance to shoot at you, I want you to die as quick as possible. And if I do die in return, then I blame that on my positioning or whatnot. I don't blame the ship. It just, makes me want to get better and learn different positions and tactics to be in a better position to make my offense take over for the defense. See, again, we made him, that's 5 fires, mind you, in about a minute on one target. So 3 fires made him burn it. You see he was holding on to 2 because he knew he didn't want to burn it. We hit 3, made him burn it, and then we set 2 immediately, and that's going to really, really help us. But we are finally having to get flush out of here, and I was really wishing this Benson was kind of closer towards me, because he would have been spotting the Scharnhorst a little bit, and he would have spotted this Jean Bart a lot more and for a lot better time. And probably also have gotten better torpedo hits on him. And right now he has a island to his right, and he is stuck between a Wichita, and he is shooting his guns. So this is a cleanup mop kill for the Wichita, and I didn't realize it at the time because it was right here where I went completely numb and I didn't know what was going on. I knew if I killed this Jean Bart, I could kill the rest of the targets, or I could easily kill Scharnhorst. Jean Bart is scary because he's going to get a very close shot at me, and that is why I was somewhat angled. But you will not bounce these shells. If Jean Bart gets a shot at you, you're going to hurt. And that's why I was trying to do as much damage to him as possible before he could get me in a situation like this. Luckily enough for us, we were able to melt him down quick enough with the offense again. And it was a quick cleanup, and he didn't have more than 1 salvo to kill us, because he could have easily averaged, even angled, he could have citadeled us, he could have done all these things, and it would have just not been pretty. Scharnhorst is, not very scared. I'm trying to figure it out what this cruiser is, because at the time I didn't know it was a Wichita. I wasn't paying attention. I was making sure that at whatever range he's at, that I would be okay. His high explosive damage is getting a little bit much. We are taking 2 fires. I start to burn it, and I turn away from him because I do not want that Wichita to be shooting not high explosive. I don't want him shooting anything at me, to be honest. But if he switches to AP, he could easily get some pins and really, really smack me. So we take the safe route. We are angling somewhat towards both. Get our engine taken out. Unfortunately, we do not have damage command because we just used it on the 2 fires. 217,000 damage, which is actually funny because that's the exact same number that we just put up on the last video. And I remembered that, and I was at this point, and I was like, you're kidding me. Am I seriously going to get 217,000 again? Like, are you joking me? It was at this point also that I realized that the record that was posted on Discord was like 228. So I was like, no, like, we got to do this. And I was begging. I was like, oh, man. This enemy ship is charging C, and for some reason I thought it was a Nagato. It ends up not being the Nagato. Spoils. He must have died. This is the Leon. And the Leon's a very scary ship. If you get caught broadside in this thing, in a light cruiser towards Leon's 16 guns, you are tempting fate there, because it's not that they are over, they're incredibly strong. It's the fact that it has 16 of the things. You are bound to get slapped if you're showing broadside against its armor piercing. Go ahead and get 2 quick fires, switch to the armor piercing, and looking back at this again, I should have kept firing the armor piercing, or I should have fired at least 2 more salvos of it. But I saw that he was going behind the island. I want to get fires because I know they're going to be permanent, because he's going to go behind this island, and I need this damage to stick on this guy if I want to kill him. This game isn't winnable, but we're going to try and squeak out as much as possible. Again, 2 fires, 1 salvo. That's why I fire the HE, because it is so ridiculously dependable. And that is going to be pretty much it. The Wichita played smart. He went for the cap, guaranteed the win. But however, this was an insanely fun game and just illustrates how ridiculous this ship can be and how bad this map design is for the spawns, because I just sat there the whole game and there's 6 spawns just, their spawn of 6 just sat there and, lawful to one way. Anyways, this was a pretty crazy game. I apologize for the back-to-back Cleveland vids, but I had this and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't not post this. So, also probably one of my highest base XPs on a loss, squeaking in at, I think it was 2,800 if I switch the thing here. Come on, Chris. There we go. Yeah. Not enough carry, but still, the record for Cleveland. And guys, I really, really appreciate you. If you're looking forward to Helena, Dallas, whatever USN Light Cruisers, Cleveland is an absolute blast. 100% suggested, guys. Take a good day. Or